one of my favorite things is like we've had a ton of different personalities and different backgrounds and different places. You know, it's cool being able to be the first Forge Academy and have different instructors from all the different like places, you know? And I think one thing that's cool is like we get the best instructors from each of the different departments, which is something that a lot of people haven't gotten in the past. One of the biggest things for me is like being able to get back into the team atmosphere of things. Like I just have loved that. It's been awesome. The whole experience of it's been great.
It's been super cool to have such a wide variety of instructors from different agencies because you really get taught, you know, more than one way, which is super valuable. I think as a firefighter, there's you know, more than one way to do something. So with all the different instructors, it's really kind of given us an advantage, in my opinion, through this academy. It's been incredible. It's been probably one of the more challenging things I've ever been a part of, but definitely the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
They're awesome. They're great. I think even bigger than that, though, is just their kind of drive to want you to succeed. I never felt like I was going to be put in a position where I was intentionally meant to fail or they didn't want you to succeed. Like if you were struggling, they'd spend extra time with you. You could tell it's a job like this is not really a job, it's a calling. And for those guys to, you know, kind of go above that and train the next generation of firefighters, I think says a lot. And, you know, you could see it out there every day. I never felt like I was overwhelmed. And that's just because, like, I think the instructors do a good job of letting people get to that point to where it just right before it could go wrong, and they reel you back in, and they're like, "Hey, there's a better way here." But that's how we learn. You know, we're programmed to kind of learn through not failure but discomfort and everything else, and they do a good job of being able to identify that and kind of. You know, it's not one cookie-cutter solution for every recruit in the academy. They tailor those solutions, and it's pretty awesome to be a part of.
Academy experience has been great. It's pushed me beyond my limits, but like it's pushed me to new limits, I should say. Like I didn't think I could go this far, and I'm really excited, and excited that the cadre has pushed me, you know, to show me new ways that I have. Exceeded them. North Bend was fun. Day one especially was really fun. Just being able to test the gear to limits and just being in that actual real environment too, and then just fighting the fire was awesome.
I think it was honestly better than I thought it was gonna go. Like I don't know why in my head I thought it was gonna be like everything's on fire, you gotta put it all out. But no, for me it was they did a really good job of like controlling the environment, making sure it was safe first and foremost, obviously. But like we're still out there putting water on fire, getting hot, and getting after it. So I think the whole you know North Bend training was unlike anything else, man. I can't compare it to anything else I've ever done in my life, obviously. It was, you know, it really put us in the fire, and, you know, just to come out of that as another chip on our shoulder and be like, okay, hey, we can do this.
I mean, just the experience of actually feeling the heat when you're in there and starting to get uncomfortable, I think that's the biggest moment. You're like, oh, wow, that's what this feels like. The firefighter rescue, I think that was pretty cool. Firefighter rescue for me, looking at everything, it was kind of a question of, am I going to even be able to do that? And just seeing that I was capable of that and pushing myself and realizing kind of what you are capable of doing, that was a pretty cool week.
Those guys, man, they're top notch. I mean, I think, like, the fact that we all came together in Pierce County and started an academy is awesome, you know, because you get kind of like a taste of how Central Pierce does things. You get a taste of how, like, Graham does things, East Pierce does things, and West Pierce. So like having different instructors from all over kind of shows you how they do things and like gives you a different like point of view on certain tasks or objectives. So some of those dudes out there, I don't know if you know McDonald or not. McDonald, like, great guy, you know, he's the most smartest dude when it comes to nozzles. Like anything you're talking about nozzles or pretty much like anything. Like he would explain anything so well and like just like always has like knows what he's talking about, you know. So I think just knowing that like we're getting taught by really good people and really good instructors makes me feel good about being here. So,
you know, I've gone through a lot of, you know, other things that were pretty high intense and you know, kind of get your skin crawling a little bit, but it was a lot of fun to go in there. A lot of controlled chaos, sometimes not controlled chaos, but you know, it was hot. That's for dang sure. 20 years of the military. I've gone to a lot of schools and I've been around a lot of instructors, but the level of professionalism is far above any military school that I've been to. Even when we're kind of in trouble and they're trying to make on-the-spot corrections, they know how to turn it off and turn it back on really well, and they do it in a very professional manner.
We definitely have a lot of instructors, especially being part of the Forge. So many different organizations coming together, and we'll have just a random day. More people pop up, and they're like, "We're here to teach you." It's so cool to have all these passions, all these people that are really care about, extrication, really care about forcible entry, and all these little specialties. And then they're there, and they want to share that with us and bring us up to their level. Is super fun, and just the energy that they're bringing behind it, that the instructors are showing up with and wanting you to learn that as well. It's infectious.
It's really cool getting tight with these people, going through a crazy time. Academy's not the easiest thing ever, but yeah, it's really nice making those friendships with everybody. My most challenging part of Academy, I'm afraid of heights, and we do a lot of stuff with ladders, jumping out of windows, those kind of things. Yeah, there's definitely been a couple of times where I was holding my breath, and we made it through, though. So yeah.
First couple days, and you come in, I'm like, I don't know if I'm actually going to be friends with all these people. And then you start going through Academy, and you have the shared suffering, and you just get to know each other so well. Yeah, I love all of them. That's been one of the most rewarding things from Academy, is going through it and coming out the back end with so many relationships and new friends. And then you're going into an awesome career field with them, and you're going to be able to kind of go through these struggles and experiences for the rest of your life with these people. So it's really cool. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. It's cool coming in. You come in day one of hose week, and I'm getting taught by instructors that interviewed me on the panel, which, our process was super long. So it was I saw you a year ago. You interviewed me for this job. But no, they've all been awesome. They just are all so passionate and care about how we're doing, and the product that they're going to get when we get to the line, and just you see that passion in them, and it just makes you want to be like the best possible product that they can make, and like just feel all that loyalty to them, so that we come out and we're just ready to put in that work with them.
I think it's cool that all the different departments brought in like their specialists for the topic. So we got like the top line information from the instructors, and just seeing all their different personalities and what they brought to the table was just awesome to see it all come together, and how they interacted with us was just made it fun. I would say hose week, the basic hose week, was definitely difficult, especially, a little upper body strength. But like I said, how it came together in live fire, like the first day was like, how am I going to be able to do this? And then seeing that progression by Friday, I was like, oh yeah, I got this. So it was a challenge at first, but then the instructors helped me, and that made the big difference in my technique. And once I learned the technique, then I was good. So
I honestly, everybody's close, right? They instill that right in, NDOC or team building, as they put it on the schedule. And then you become really close, It's not about what department you're with, right? It's like they train you as one, and that's what we became one. It's been cool, great relationships. So when we're done with the academy, jump on shift, have more time to, hang out and do stuff with families and hobbies that we enjoy. So it's a close group.
North Bend was really awesome because like I said, we got to be with all of our friends and our other recruits, and we were able to sleep in the hotel, wake up, be with each other, so it was really cool just getting to know each other on a more personal level outside of work, and also just seeing the instructors around not in such a serious manner was pretty cool as well. And then just being there and being able to feel how hot some fires can get, it's pretty cool. It was a cool experience for sure.
Yeah, everyone's got the same kind of I guess type A personalities, or there's a lot of people that are here that everyone has a lot of drive, so it's kind of good to be around people who want better things in their lives. No slackers here.
I mean, just to be under the command of someone like Captain Erskine, who keeps everyone together, who boosts everyone's morale, just a great person, is able to work with each and every person in the class, and that can be said for every instructor. Each one of them has a personality that's there to help with any shortcomings that each person has, and really build them into that character that you got to see at North Bend.
North Bend was freaking awesome. I don't know if I can say freaking or not, but I'm going to say it anyways. It was freaking awesome. The intensity from the instructors was just super cool. We go back to the hotel and all the instructors are kind of more low-key and chill, and it's a really good environment to kind of keep that relaxation and that family aspect of it within the recruit class. But as soon as you go up there, the intensity just spikes right up, and, as a class, we were very energized and we were very motivated going in there, so you could definitely see that conveying over to the instructors as well. We'd go in the morning and they would kind of be super relaxed for a second, and then everyone would start getting hyped up. The instructors would start getting hyped up, and then we'd go to our stations, and I remember going to the 4th floor, and it was Chief Cable leading that one, actually. When we got to the fire, he just starts screaming at me, "Put out the fire! Put out the fire!" And it was just motivating. It was just one of those moments where it was hell yeah, let's get after it. So North Bend was a phenomenal experience. It was super fun. I've been to North Bend 3 times, and that was the hottest I've ever felt any of the fires up there. Those cadre were not messing around.
The most challenging part of it is learning the formality of how we're expected to do things. That's something that was pretty foreign to me. So my favorite couple of days was the vehicle extrication that we did at Station 60. That was an awesome couple of days, and we got to learn some really cool skills.
It's been amazing. It's exciting to get a job offer and get paid to come and do this and mess around on the drill ground and learn new skills and get better at your craft. Hose handling for me was definitely challenging. Brought out a lot of big feelings, but the instructors were all so awesome, super helpful. They all want you to succeed, and they want to give you all the reps that you need to get better. And I can definitely say that I'm way better at it now than I was when we started.
They've been super supportive, encouraging, They definitely can push us, which is good, and push us out of our comfort zone, but they've been good. During the most challenging times in your life is when you become the closest, and it's nice to have several other people going through that same experience so you can share the fun and misery and all of it together.
I mean, there's been lots of ups and downs. I mean, from the stresses of trying to learn everything on top of like trying to not make mistakes, yet make mistakes, get yelled at for those mistakes. And then, but still learning, growing, experiencing, getting the fun ups and downs of it all. Definitely having some low days of just feeling overwhelmed, and then having some high days of being like, I feel like I can do everything. I had so much fun today. But just such a diverse range of emotion.
I think the biggest challenge for me was just coming in as a lateral hire, going in for round 2, right? Like academy's a lot of work, so that was probably the biggest challenge that I faced. The departments in the area, they cover a different clientele, a different environment. Some are more rural, some are more urban. So the instructors come in with a different, different training and different skills and everything they can kind of give to us, right?
Realistic training is, I think, probably the hallmark of any tactical unit. And so pursuing that realistic training and pushing the edge of what you can do in training, and then trying to find that edge so that it matches up for what you'll find in real life. That's a hard thing to replicate, and I think North Bend was the culmination of a lot of our skill sets all at once, and I feel confident in the guys in my team and the guys in my squad and the class as a whole. The hallmark of the instructors here are that they are dedicated to their jobs. They're here, often before we get here, and stay after we leave in some cases. And you can tell that they have a passion for that type of leadership and education, and they go the extra mile for us.